Hey everyone! I know it's been a really long time since I last posted a video, so I wanted to come on here and talk about what I've been up to and give you all an update on my webcomic, UInfin. It's been a while since I last wrote anything, let alone a proper script for a video, so sorry if this ends up sounding way more stilted and awkward than it usually does. Though in all honesty, I think my previous videos were also awkward as hell, so I don't know if this'll actually be any weirder than my usual script. I wanted to start off with a confession. In June, I realized I didn't enjoy making YouTube videos anymore. Writing scripts was exhausting, especially since I didn't even like the topics I was talking about. Yes, I love talking about my characters, but giving myself deadlines and a word count limit has made working on videos feel more like a chore or an assignment I had to finish at the end of the week rather than a fun project to share with friends and random people stumbling on my content. This isn't my job, but I was treating it like it was, and that ended up making me genuinely hate making videos. I know unnecessary deadlines can sometimes help people with ADHD finish the projects and tasks they want to get done, but with this specific example, it made it so much worse. And I'd get annoyed anytime I had to work on a video instead of UInfin, and for a while I'd feel guilty anytime I'd choose to work on one over the other. I'd really just rather stick with one project at a time, and UInfin gives me more to be proud of than YouTube right now. Maybe someday I'll go back to feeling proud about video ideas and feel confident about them again, but right now I just feel like I need to continue taking a step back from it, and I hope that doesn't disappoint any of you. I'll still make comic updates when I feel like I've hit a goal important enough to talk about, and there's a few videos I still want to make this year if I have the time, but that's basically all I'm going to be working on. I might also attempt to make an animatic or two. I made a short one recently because the Lightning Thief musical had me in a chokehold for a few weeks. The video's on my second channel, so I'll link it in the bio. I know most of you don't even know about my second channel, let alone that there was a new one posted over there. I'm having a really hard time coherently switching to the next topic, so I'm sorry for transitioning into the next topic in the worst way possible, but I'd like to talk about my progress on UInfin now, so I'm jumping over to that topic now. Thanks for being patient with me. I've been spending the past 5 to 6 months sketching out Chapter 1 of UInfin, though I took a nearly 2-month-long break from mid-October to mid-December. It was hard to feel motivated to work on such a positive project while hearing what was happening in Palestine. It's still hard trying to work on UInfin sometimes when trying to stay up to date on the genocide, but I've gotten better at being able to process what's happening in Palestine than I had when I first found out about the genocide. I also had really long acrylic nails in November, so I couldn't really draw even if I wanted to. I didn't think about the consequences of acrylics when my aunt offered to get them done for me. I took my right hand's nails off in December so I could continue working on it. I felt awful about it though, because those things were expensive. I could never imagine paying over $100 for a very temporary look. I don't know if acrylics cost as much outside of Hawaii, but I doubt I'll ever get them done again. Anyways, I only had 8 pages left to do by the time I got back to working on it, so it got done relatively quickly. So yeah, Chapter 1 is fully sketched out. All 31 pages. I know one of my goals for 2023 was to be done with the first 3 chapters of UInfin, but in retrospect that was an insane goal to make considering each chapter has at least 25 pages. I genuinely thought I'd be able to thumbnail, sketch, ink, color, and render over 75 pages in 1 year. That is the most insane expectation I've ever given myself, especially since I expected to also post 2 videos a month along with that. So yeah, my goals are way less intense this year than those. I firstly want to finish thumbnailing both Chapter 2 and Chapter 3 before the end of the year. I'm already halfway done with thumbnailing Chapter 2 in just half a month. It's a much shorter chapter than both Chapter 1 and Chapter 3, so I was expecting to get done with it faster than the first, but not to this extent. I expect to have it done by the end of March. Chapter 3 has over 200 frames like Chapter 1, so I expect that one to take as long as it took to do that chapter, so around 4 or 5 months. Though I could probably lower that to 3 months if I don't procrastinate constantly like I did when I was thumbnailing Chapter 1. I'd also like to finish sketching Chapter 2 completely by the time the year ends. Chapter 2 only has a little over 100 frames, so I expect to be able to get that done easily. The reason why Chapter 1 took so long was because of how much I had to do for it. I already have all the backgrounds figured out because of Chapter 1, as there's no new scene changes that differ from Chapter 1. The perspective shots are all done, thank God. Those are what got me procrastinating the most on Chapter 1. Idealistically, I'd like to start sketching pages for Chapter 3 as well, but that might be a little too optimistic. Next year, I'll hopefully be able to work on the remaining chapters, and when I'm done with those, only then will I start inking. That way I can catch up on writing more chapters at the same time. When I was writing the first 5 chapters of U-Infant, all I wanted to do was work on drawing pages instead. But I also wanted to wait until a specific chapter goal before I had started thumbnailing, so it'd be nice to be able to work on both the writing and the art for the comic at the same time. And that's all I wanted to talk about today. Thank you for being patient with me. I'll try to be more transparent about what I've been doing instead of just disappearing next time. Hope you have a good day. Bye.